Hello, and welcome. You're watching Prime Pulse News USA. Headline: Trump and Xi near TikTok deal. App to stay in US under American control. Tonight's top story: a breakthrough in the battle over TikTok. After months of legal fights and diplomatic tensions, the United States and China have reached a framework agreement that could allow TikTok to continue operating in America. The catch? It must be placed under US ownership and control. Let's dive into the details. Report, date and place. On September 15, during high-level talks in Madrid, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer confirmed that Washington and Beijing reached a tentative deal over TikTok. Officials said the agreement sets the stage for U.S. ownership of the platform's American operations, while Chinese parent company ByteDance will step back. The background: this comes after more than a year of escalating pressure. Under the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, ByteDance was required to divest TikTok's U.S. business or face a nationwide ban. The deadline was September 17. President Trump had already extended the clock several times, insisting that a fair deal was possible if China cooperated. Trump's position: President Trump has repeatedly argued that TikTok, in its current form, poses national security risks. He says Chinese ownership allows potential access to U.S. user data and even influence over what content Americans see. But in his words, quote, "We want TikTok to stay, but only if it's under real American control." China's response: Beijing, for its part, has resisted what it calls a forced divestiture. Officials have warned against setting dangerous precedents for Chinese companies operating abroad. Still, China signaled flexibility in these Madrid talks, hoping to avoid a full U.S. ban on the wildly popular app. The framework deal. While the exact terms remain private, officials confirmed that the framework involves U.S. investors or companies taking controlling ownership of TikTok's American operations, stronger safeguards on data security, overseen by American regulators, a possible extension of the September 17 deadline, giving both sides more time to finalize the arrangement. Final approval is expected after a scheduled phone call between President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping later this week. Why it matters: TikTok has more than 150 million users in the United States, making it one of the most popular apps among young people. A total ban would have sparked backlash from creators, businesses, and millions of everyday users. At the same time, lawmakers on Capitol Hill insist that national security must come first. The debate highlights a bigger question: how much control should foreign governments or corporations have over America's digital platforms? Critics' concerns. But critics warn that the deal may not go far enough. Some argue that unless ByteDance is completely cut out, security concerns will remain. Others say political compromises could make the arrangement symbolic rather than substantial. And some lawmakers are already signaling they will push for tighter oversight of TikTok, no matter who owns it. What's next? Negotiations now hinge on the Trump-Xi phone call scheduled for Friday. If the leaders sign off, the U.S. could announce an official extension and set new deadlines for the transfer of ownership. But if talks collapse, the ban provision of U.S. law would automatically take effect. Closing. In short, the clock is still ticking for TikTok. The framework deal may have bought time, but the final outcome will shape not just one app, but the future of U.S.-China tech relations. For now, millions of American users are waiting anxiously to see whether their favorite app will survive, and under what conditions. You're watching Prime Pulse News USA. Stay with us and don't forget to subscribe, because your source for what's trending, what's changing, and what's next in America.